So this is like an anxiety dream. I've actually had this dream of standing up to give a speech I hadn't written in front of everybody I care for and respect. So I'm literally living the dream. All right. So I noted with some hurt, actually, that this award is given to someone, what was the wording, Tom? Something about making a significant contribution to the field, but not in filmmaking. I was a documentary filmmaker. You have clearly seen my work and decided to put that caveat in there for me. Anyway, in the words of the great Frederick Wiseman, I'm going to try and keep this short. So, thank you to Joe and Sam, two of my favorite white men. Their generosity, inspiration, artistry has been my harmonic accompaniment for the last 5 years. To Tom and Rafaela for the full suite of orchestral support that you have created and maintained for the doc community. Podcasts, festivals, radio slots, screening series, rehab. It really is a vital contribution that you've made. And to the Doc NYC committee who decided who gets these incredible awards and responded so swiftly and so graciously to those blackmail photos. And to my beloved comrades at the Sundance table and at Sundance, under our fearless leader, Kerry Putnam. A daily inspiration, mission-driven, artist-fueled, vacation-deficient superheroes. And to KJ, who has taught me how to see and indeed how to feel. I look at the list of who has preceded me in this great honor, Cara, Molly, Tom, Dan, and I feel less leading light than tail light. I look at who surrounds me in these great honors and in this room. Chai and Jimmy, Orlando, Vim, actual fricking vendors. And I feel less leading light than Pepsi light. But this is pretty good. I was literally writing at the table. But I'm in a room of visionaries, so I must try to behave like one, or at least understand what that means. In perceptual neuroscience, we learn that just 10% of the information our brains use to see comes from our eyes. Our perceptual systems, not just what we see, but how we look, are developed to answer the question, what next? In the words of Bolotto, to answer this question well is to survive. It seems to me that the most vital tool that we have in answering the question, what next, is our imagination. And at Sundance, what we aspire to create is a space for imaginative possibility for artists, filmmakers, theatre makers, film composers. But it turns out that it has provided me the possibility to imagine what next, and I do that by looking. I look at Robert Redford, who had a vision for independent cinema, for freedom of creative expression for artists, unfettered by the demands of the market. I look at filmmakers like Ramel Ross, who had a vision for how he might try to subvert the entire history of cinema built on the racist representation of black lives, black people, black bodies. And I look to people who are actually changing our present and imagining our future, people like Brown Girls Doc Mafia, people like ADOC, people like the Documentary Producers Alliance. We are a room full of visionaries, apparently, with access to incredible resources of talent, money, distribution. How are we going to imagine the future? It's wonderful to be given this Leading Light Award. I think we don't need leaders at the moment. It's not turning out so well. We need to call on our own resources and decide to imagine the future that we want to live in and make it happen. As an adopted mixed-race child of divorced parents raised in a small village in rural England, I've come to enjoy inhabiting the edge of things, the in-between space. It began as a survival mechanism. It's now my most comfortable place. But now, tucked under the wing of Sundance, enfolded in the capacious bosom of the documentary community, I feel gratefully, and perhaps for the first time, that I've found my family and found my home. So thank you so much for this.